The centre really is the hub of Mucklagh, so it is. It's where everyone meets at some stage or other. We only opened in 2016, so we just opened with the sports hall downstairs, which was a phase 1, but we went ahead with phase 2 for upstairs, so we had it completed by 2019. So what we have is a sports hall, which is a basketball size court. We also have a meeting room downstairs. Upstairs we have 2 large meeting rooms and 2 small offices, which we are in the process of getting them ready for remote working. And the 2 rooms will cater for training rooms and also for board meetings. But the community will have the use of those rooms then in the evening for yoga, for wellness programs, for Pilates, for meetings, whatever the requirement is from people in the community.
We have a wide range of activities depending on the groups that will come in. So I suppose one of the main things we do here is we try to foster community groups to get up and running. So our latest project was working with getting the parent and toddler group back up and going after COVID. We also have an active retirement group that come in and use the community centre for activities. And one of our newest projects is our lunch clubs. So we run those in the community centre once a month. And people will come in to us, they'll get a cup of tea, their dinner, some dessert, and we'd have a bit of entertainment like music or something like that.
Well, social enterprise is very important because we wouldn't have the simple things of the like of the parents of toddlers, the Mucklagh Active Retirement. By them being able to meet in here, they have their own group, but they're also empowering themselves. They have a sense of ownership of the community centre because that's there for them to come and meet. And even for the people in the like of the crochet group, they know they can meet here. It's their community centre. They're entitled to meet here. They're entitled, that's what it's for. It was built by the community, for the community.
I think the thing about social enterprises is I suppose people don't maybe realise that all of these services are, volunteer run. Like the community centre here in Mucklagh wouldn't have been here unless the members of Mucklagh Community Development got together back over 10 years ago, and they were all volunteers in the beginning. Volunteering is so important for social enterprise, and I don't think people realise how volunteer-led everything is.
We're a population of over 1,500. There's over 300 houses just in this area, and yet there was no means of meeting or social activity for people. People do want them, people do need them, and when it's in your own community, you do have a sense of ownership. And that's our identity, so it is important to meet. And years ago, I suppose the church was the connection. You know what I mean? To be inclusive to everyone, the centre is open to everyone. You know what I mean? It's not just one group of people.
When you see the number of people that come through here, it just shows how important it is. I think last week alone we had 2,500 people come through the community centre. I think that's the time where it really sort of hits you how important the services you are providing, because you're kind of running around all the time seeing like what's next and what should we do next year. But sometimes you do have to sit back and reflect and look at what you're doing and say, actually, I think we are making a difference here.
We have to be prepared to adapt. We have to be prepared to look for the future, because that's what moves us on. That's why we have the centre. Our motto was building for the future, so we have to build for the future. It's not just a physical building, but it's building services and communities that will sustain us through the future and the next generation.